At a glance, Kasandra Kong's book, This Is My Story, might be off-putting to book lovers looking for literary depth. But that didn't stop 10,000 copies from flying off shelves since its release in November 2009. The success of the book could be attributed to the way the book was written.
From my secondary school days, I've been every now and then jotting down, my emotions. I feel that it is the best way to actually release and express myself. Yeah, and especially during that period of time when I've been through a very rough patch in my relationship. Yeah, I had nowhere. I feel that I have nobody to tell to, and that it came to a point whereby the emotions were too overwhelming. Yeah, and I had to release it. I had to express them out. So I wrote it in my journal, but it's only until recently that I have started my own blog. So when writing This Is My Story, I do extract things in my diary.
A quick check online reveals there are as many bloggers out there who have loved the book as there were ones who couldn't digest the events of the book. Haters of Kasandra might be asking if she was just using her tragedy to attain some form of celebrity status, sacrificing even her relationship with one of her sisters. Some people would say that you're using like a personal tragedy to establish yourself as like some kind of celebrity.
Okay, I feel that as long as my message gets through at the end of the day, and that I actually have helped those ladies who are in the same situation as me, as long as this is done, I feel that I've already done my part, and I feel that it is worth everything else.
Okay, but do you think that you're a celebrity?
For me, I would rather consider myself as a friend, a helping hand to all these other women out there.
Okay, do people recognize you on the streets now? Are you that famous where you walk around and say, hey, that's Kasandra Kong?
Well, I do have a fair share of people who recognize me. Those who read my books, they will recognize me on streets, and they are very nice people, they are very kind. In the first place, when they read the book, they will have those kind of very pitiful look, like, oh, why such a thing were to happen to you and all the things. But they are very nice people. They come up to me and they will just give me a piece of paper to sign. Their comments for me were very encouraging. Yeah, some of them, they said that the book has actually helped them to communicate better. For the guys, the book has actually helped them to communicate better with their female friends. It can also help them to give advice to their female friends who are in the same position as well. And there are also people who shared with me their own experiences, their own story, and know how much they can actually understand and relate to the things that I've written.
Have you got any like negative feedback? And what is the negative feedback that you've received?
Well, yeah, I do have a fair share of good and bad comments.
Okay.
Yeah, negative comments on forums. Some people say that I am very foolish to have to go back to the relationship again and again, despite being hurt time and time again, despite being cheated time and time again. And some people say that I'm really very stupid, to not see what is actually going on, and that I'm blinded and all these things. But I feel that at the end of the day, what is important is that I've learned from this experience, and that I'm able to get back up on my own 2 feet.
Kasandra is all set to move on with her life, and looking forward, the single girl hasn't closed her options off to meeting a new man. Are you up to the task? Up next, find out which guy is her ideal partner.